clouds concealed the waking sun. Still I knew the dawn would come. I have walked through empty streets.
So thank y'all for coming,
Where silence
being here.
echoed with my
Certainly hope you're doing well. It's Pioneer Day,
shadow held me back. Once I stopped,
so I hope you've had a good day.
The tallest cliffs still face the sea, without demand and certainty.
What?
Every wave may strike their stone, yet they never leave their home.
So yeah, teaching you here, the pioneers.
It's peace,
Being a pioneer myself.
walking through uncertainty.
Walking through uncertainty.
Nothing left to fear.
Walking a new path, a new
Storm has brought me here. Every scar
financial
became a
system.
guide. Every night gave birth to light.
And just trying to leave a mark, a legacy.
Nothing stands as
We gotta remember today that Christmas Eve in July that we've been speaking about this month.
nothing lost.
As a kid, I always
Winter was
wanted to visit Salt Lake City, Utah. And you know, I never really thought I understood why until I became a pioneer. You know, until I started building a thesis and I started paying attention to these World Monarch Days and these World Migration Days and these World Pioneer Days, etc., etc., that you constantly hear me speak about. And even before I was deemed and titled the Master Chief of Crypto by others, I was teaching the pioneers. You know, I chose that from the beginning because of, well, this new fourth industrial revolution we were watching take place and unfolding. And so, you know, today's going to be a special day for me. Special day for us. As we just speak on this and we learn about it together. You know, because maybe it's Salt Lake City, Utah, where we all get together one day. Who knows, maybe next year, Pioneer Day. And it's a beautiful place. What? That'd be a good thing. He said, I lived in Utah for 1 year. That's nice. See, but the Salt Lake Valley, right? Very beautiful, probably historical place. But it's had a calling in my heart for a while. I'm gonna visit it one day, you know. But the Latter-day Saints of the Church of Jesus Christ that were kicked out of Illinois and that had migrated to that area, you know, is where we get Pioneer Day from. Is those pioneers that made that journey to a new settlement, right? And that's kind of like what I want us to remember as we've been making this journey you see on your screen. And I know some people see this and they may think that it's just a few pictures and whatnot, but you know, if you've been here in the classes and you've really watched the videos and you've really read and studied the thesis and the stars and the technical analysis with the numerical connections and the occultism, and you've seen this Monet de God, this Van Gogh, this Shook that we've been painting, then you can see that, well, maybe that journey's starting to come to an end. A pioneer can start to get ready to pat themselves on the back. So we'll speak about that tonight, because as we approach August, in September. And what everybody's going to be calling eclipse season, and what we know as that autumn equinox. That next last of the last, that next everything before October and November, December, the fourth quarter. Because again, this is Pioneer Day, Christmas in July, Christmas Eve in July. And so we're almost ending this carcinogenic moment that these markets have been having, that we've seen around and near and about just about every midsummer, dating all the way back to 2015, midsummer lows before that autumn equinox and potentially a rally high. Same thing, midsummer lows of 2020, coming out of a C-19 pandemic before an autumn equinox, last of the last everything, which is very rarely a lower low than our midsummer lows. But, it's usually a higher low. That wake me up when September ends. Part of our thesis, right? And so 2022, midsummer, into the winter solstice, that life, death, rebirth, into the bear market, into those 2023 midsummer lows before the autumn equinox. Wake me up when September ends. Leading into Bitcoin's October birthday, into that November, December, Santa Claus rally coming from that Christmas in July, that midsummer low. Did you do it again, Coach? And so that's what I want us to remember, that we've spent years teaching, and that we're going to potentially watch experience again. 2013, midsummer lows. 2013, I said that. Midsummer lows into that autumn equinox before that rally. And when we combine the historical data of the Uranus stationing in retrograde with all of these potential midsummer lows in what appear to be some oversold territories, RSI's resetting, the world breaking history, being in the most unprecedented times ever before, well, never before seen. Extreme fear for almost a year. And then we have Uranus retrograde in 50 days. 49 days, Coach. So if our midsummer lows are not the lows of the lows of the lows at 66,600, we get a rejection and we travel into that wake me up when September 10th, September 9/11 time period comes, and the start of Uranus stationing in retrograde gives us a historical bottom for this market. Just like every bottom going back almost 17 years has shown us. Every high during a Uranus retrograde. October 2025, 126K. Uranus retrograde, we shared it in advance and we warned of September 2026. Uranus retrograde for a potential bottom like history has shown for over a year now. We've shared this and shared 17 years of data showing lows during a Uranus retrograde for every bear market. So this midsummer to autumn equinox, September 9 3/4, that Harry Potter reference, that hidden entrance to the markets, is going to be very important this year as we transition through this Leo, the Lion's Gate, energy this year with an 80-year-old Donald Trump, leader of the free world. That 8/8 date is gonna be special. Because right now, when we look at this on a weekly time frame, we've been grinding out the bottom of the Bollinger Band since. Rejecting off the top on September 29th of 2025. Almost 300 straight days. Right? Holding a 223 EMA on the weekly time frame. We know if we lose it, well, get ready for that September Uranus retrograde energy that we were just speaking about. What if we hold it and we see a potential push past the median, 69K, into that potential 80K range, 88K range, as we get ready to see 8/8, a Lionsgate portal under a 80-year-old Donald Trump. The momentum is there, and we're potentially seeing it. That breakout of that bull flag, Memorial Day, falling wedge, bull pennant, Flag Day, 4th of July, Independence Day rally thesis. I know it's a lot. It's a tongue twister, you guys. We just keep adding to it every year, right? Adding to it to make it stick in your minds. Something's gonna click. So breaking out and potentially coming to back test that now, and then still targeting that 106, 117K range we've been aiming for. Potentially as high as 124. Maybe see 61K on this back test, 60K again. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, inversion. Inverted head and shoulders. Looking at a measured move up here, again to that 74K. Previous resistance ranges, support of last year of cherry blossom season, 7-4 day, 4-7, when we saw 74K, right? Coming out of that Independence Day rally, something we've been mapping out together. Again, like I stated at the beginning of this, that is so much more than just pictures on a screen. Numerical connections. Batman's tractor is in the house. Wow, long time, broski. He said fork is where Bitcoin Cash came from. There's a Bitcoin Gold, Bitcoin Diamond Coin, TRX. Trying to catch up on y'all's chat.
Turning softly with my age. No excuses left to write. Only walking toward the light. Many asked me where I'd been. Why I smiled so quiet.
I looked at oil not too long ago and I said it was going to go up, and now we're all paying more for gas. It did that. But yeah, really all it did was come back and fill this previous gap it had made, back in March when we had that explosive nonsense then, and we were paying $4.19 a gallon here in North Alabama. It really just came to fill that gap, and then it took back off. So when we look at oil fundamentals, like, I don't know if there are any fundamentals on oil. I just am kind of like under this impression that we went from extreme negative prices under Donald Trump during C19 to now heading into the next 2 years, 2027, 2028 possibly, we're going to head into extremely high prices. And yeah, I think what that's going to do again is what I've kind of been stating previously, leading into last year, leading into this year, another election year as we head into November. Watch OPEC and American-based cryptocurrencies, and then potentially Donald Trump forcing people to buy American oil, because where else you gonna get it? Like, again, with all this Strait of Hormuz nonsense, and everybody, I mean, they're even talking about making another canal over there to avoid that strait. You know what I'm saying? So, like, again, I think fundamentals at this point are out the window. But that's kind of like the idea of what I'm seeing is from extreme lows in C19, negative a barrel, negative $55 a barrel, I believe is what it got down to, right? And so, you know, I wouldn't be surprised to see some Apple prices out of some fucking oil barrels here soon. Alright, Apple just hit a new all-time high of $333. Alright? Right? Like, and so that's kind of what I'm seeing is God candles. Nobody affording to move and go to work, and, you know, I mean, it's gonna destroy the purchasing power and livelihood and spending ability of the people of the world. Like, it's gonna push us into poverty if we were to see that. And I think obviously that could be ultimately the goal.
Its own explanation.
Correct me if I'm wrong, or if anybody feels different, but like, that's kind of what I'm seeing as, you know, it would be a major attack. I mean, who the fuck's got gas tanks in their yard? You know what I'm saying? Or 45-gallon fucking cats, man. 45-gallon jugs out there ready to put in their car when they need it. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless you're on a lawn mowing crew, you're not equipped. At least not here in America. Yeah, I hear you. Get into metals. Yeah, I can see them doing really well. We've talked about that. We've been mapping out gold, as a matter of fact. I'm sorry, that's not it. You know, and so it's in a falling wedge, you know, just like we were talking about with Bitcoin leading into this same time period. Those June and July lows, we're holding a 322 EMA on the daily time frame. RSIs have been reset and setting bullish divergences while we continue to set lower prices and build a rounding bottom base. So, you know, I do see gold potentially reaching that first ever $6,000 target range that we've been mapping out together under all this 6 code that we've been sharing, 60K low Bitcoins, you know, things like that. So yeah, getting into metals could help, you know, right? If you get out properly, right? Get in at a good time, get out properly. But I'm staying true to my thesis 6 years ago, you know, buying 17 cent XRP. I was, you know, adamant about de-risking and buying my home. You guys know that. December of 2024 through January of 2025. Closed in February. So, you know, we've been watching this last de-risking opportunity of July of last year, right? Basically, same time Bitcoin was hitting that first ever $117,000 range, that historical opportunity. And then, well, also the same time that, you know, we were seeing an anniversary of that XRP court case settlement, right? And so short squeeze since then to $1.01, $1.06, $1.04, $1.05 right here, and even this $1.09 is sexy. So, I don't believe it's going to continue to go straight down and forever. It's already been a year. You know what I'm saying? 589 days trading sideways and down. More than that now, almost 600 days. And so, yeah, I am 600 days, right? That's 6 code. And so, I'm pretty adamant that the position I'm in is, just continuing to be short squeezed and trying to get me to fold, but we're going to continue to stack on top of it. And yeah, so I think that's the best I can do. With my other cryptos like Dogecoin, y'all were just talking about in the chat, right? And so I like Doge. So right now it's just mapping out the trade for you guys. Yeah, you can share your XRP charts in a minute, big dog. You want to get on and share them, like present them, or you just want to share them? Like, you let me know. We'll let you present if that's what you want to do. Just the picks, broski, he said. And yeah, get them ready. And I wouldn't be surprised if they send us to 60K again. Actually give us our long entry right here. If we were to extend this over, right? Give us that 60K finally and actually give us the true entry if you missed it here and here and here and here and here and then back in February on the 6th. Maybe a 6th time they give it to us, right? Since February. You can get a chance to maybe get in on that long, watch the stop losses, things like that. But that's if I think we get rejected right here at 66,600. We've been adamant. We've been verbatimly talking about how, I think if we can break this, it's 71,100. Target 74,000 to get out, leave a runner, of this trade. And so, again, when we look at minor grand trines that are forming right here during these June and July lows, and again, you have to have been here last year, these yellow boxes, throughout the historical data of this for 17 years when I was mapping out these minor grand trines. You would see the importance, or if you go back and watch that world premiere that we did on YouTube, we had this same aspect happen in astrology this year during these June and July lows. And now on Pioneer Day, I felt it was best to share this with you all, and so I presented all that this morning. And so to watch this rare astrological involvement between Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto over the last 2 months, while documenting all of this with you all, it's only more fitting to that historical Uranus station in retrograde find that we've historically been able to come across. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, it's my niche, it's my thing, right? And well, we know it's the god of crypto, it's the god of all things technological, and that's the age we're heading into, and we know that with Pluto in Aquarius, right? And this trine between Uranus, the god of tech, and Neptune, the god of currency and the waters. It's watching the destruction of the old with Pluto, Hades, the god of destruction, right? And the birth of the new. What's funny is I cleaned out my locker that I've had for 2 years at work today almost, and I find a $5 Deutsche Mark that's got a phoenix on it. Fitting for that Pioneer, that new birthing, right? I have to get it out the car and take a picture and share it with you guys. But I found that fitting, for where we're at, and I think what we're about to watch into the future of next year, 2028, 2029, that 100-year anniversary of the Great Depression that we've been speaking about since, well, the genesis of this channel and famous podcast with others. And so again, to watch all this take place last month, at these 60K lows, and the last time we saw this rare alignment with these astrological illuminaries of Uranus and Pluto were, well, in the 1960s. Like that 1960s space race we were able to call in December. I'm sorry, back in November when Donald Trump had his 60-minute interview, and well, he was comparing the competition with China for crypto like to the 1960s space race. And then now we've landed back on 60K after hitting highs on the 6th of October last year, and that 6 code, right? And all this 6 symbolism. Coach Abe turning 36 years old. It's just been fitting, right? We've talked about it ad nauseum here. But the autumn equinox in August are going to be special, you guys. I think they're ramping us up, gearing us up for some volatility. And you can see the momentum building. I know you can't. If you've been here for a while, if you've seen crypto Twitter, you're probably confused. But I promise you, pioneers, we're following the stars, the mathematics, the numerology and astrology, the esoteric occultism and pattern recognition. I'm pretty confident in what I've done for 6 years now, at a flawless rate that, will continue to guide you, hopefully, to the stars, right? Certainly the goal. I don't want to see nobody fail. I want to see everybody succeed. I don't not believe anybody can do it. I believe you guys can do anything you set your mind to. I believe that's the America we live in. You can be all you can be, right? Y'all know that. He said, short the bitch. Short it all. Be on the right trades. Accumulate metals and crypto and retire off grid. There you go. I like that. I'm trying to retire off grid on top of this mountain right here. That's my goal. I don't look behind my back. Yeah. I don't follow any track. Okay, yeah, get him ready, man. He said, all right, be right back. Dude, my crypto said we'll be here waiting. Edo said XRP gonna go off in 2020, 2030, 2033. And here we are. With tens of thousands. I think it's a game. You gotta think, you guys. Just easy math. Like, again, it's easy to accumulate something when it's at a low range versus when they price you out of it. So just say someone that has tens and tens of thousands. We'll just use 20,000 as an example. 20,000 times $1 is, well, $20,000. So we know 20,000 times $2 that's 40,000. So it's easier to make money every dollar it goes up. You gain $1,000 every dollar it goes up. Every $5 it goes up, you gain $100,000. Right? Every $10 it goes up. And it may take 20, 30 years, right? We knew this 6 years ago. That's why we said, XRP 4 to 6 years, will be successful. Within 4 years, we bought a home. This is year 6. And we're watching a short squeeze with this asset, right? And so 20,000 times 5 we know is 100,000, right? And, clear it again. If it were to go up to 10 one day, I mean, do the math. That's 200,000, right? So every $10 it goes up, you gain 200,000. You ain't have but like $1,300 and some paychecks in there, and that's it. So you've turned $1,300 and some paychecks and a Donald Trump stimulus into potentially 200,000. You see what I'm saying? And you bought a home off that and lived off that for years and are still battling inflation and hedging yourself against a dying economy. And so that, I think, whether it's gold you're doing that with, whether it's silver you're doing that with, XRP or Dogecoin you're doing that with, if you're doing that and you're doing it successfully, man, kudos, man, touche, like, bravo. And that's the game. It's don't give up, because they want to see you give up. They want to see you sell right here at a low while gold's down, while Doge is down, while silver's down, while Bitcoin's down. They want to see you sell, man. Because war is coming. Yes, Shemitah year is coming up. So we're going to see havoc, war, probably technological war, I think, like potential EMP attacks, things like that. More, I don't want to say nuclear, but I would think potential fallout. You know what I'm saying? Like the TV show that they've been showing us, Silo, right? Even the new Paradise show, it has them hiding in a bunker under the Denver, Colorado mountains. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't showing us this for no reason. And so, I get it. That could be extreme climate change. Machines waging war on us through elements. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what happens. But yeah, 2028 is going to be special. 2029, 100-year anniversary of Great Depression, like we were saying. I'd be looking to de-risk, profit take. Profit take. Just don't quote me on this, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know if you guys have heard of this number one numerologist guy in the world. His name's GG33. Okay, good God, you better not go against him, okay? He tough shit. Alright, but he says 2027 gonna be a stock market crash. Yeah, out here trying to think this dude's some prophet or some shit. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got no sense of goddamn clairvoyance or precognition. I'll tell you that, not at all. Okay? But profit taking is what we'll be doing in 2027. Okay, thank you, my friend. All right. Profit taking. Bam. You want to know why? Because it's the profit taking year. Okay? All right. Damn. Oh, I did it backwards. It's the year of profit taking. All right, coming out of this 666 code we've been on, sir. That 216 we're getting, that 270, heading into the 27th year of the 21st century. Yeah, we'll be looking to take profits out of any and all rallies into and throughout 2027, while everybody else is continuing to call it a bear market and a crash of 2027. So I'm just throwing that out there when I saw that shared a second ago. So what can I zoom in?
Now I sit beside the night, watching headlights lose their light. I don't need another throne.
Alright, so what we're looking at, Adam?
I don't feel
Dissect. That's where I dissect it. Alright, so what the fuck we got going on? What?
The more freedom fills the soul. Every scar became a door, leading somewhere even more.
You eyeing 64 cents, man.
Nothing permanent exists,
But keeping an eye
what
on
makes the silence bliss.
self-made Fibonacci levels is what it looks like. A Fibonacci channel that you've self-made using highs and previous important data points. Rejection. Because I think you understand that time charts trade
What makes the stars so bright.
through time, sideways and up. That's how they're designed. At least some just do this. Anyway, But 111, yeah, 112. I'm really liking this base, this 109. Ripple XRP equals 109 in numerology, so I'm not surprised to be seeing this accumulation range here at 109, 106, right? Alt season, 106. Everybody wants to know when alt season is. I've got Twitter posts dating back all year long last year talking about alt season 106, alt season 106, alt season 106, and nobody still catches that I was calling the top on 10.6 all year long. Nobody gets it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm accumulating it at 106, like, cause alt season loading right here. You know what I'm saying? But I'll be hating. But I like what you're doing. I can't understand a lot of this. You've got a fib to 4.236 up here at $3.36, $3.50. So, where's the other chart? Yeah, all based on geometry. Yeah, see, I figured you were trying to, make your own fib channels. What is this, VPVA? Or you took the chart and you turned it sideways?
They threw opinions.
What did you do?
Like broken bottles at my skin. They waited for my voice to
Blade Runner? Really?
to see the anger in my eyes.
We can be friends.
But silence on the wall.
Volume profile. That's what I thought. Oh, where'd they go? Pictures.
Every insult lost its flame before it even reached my name.
So what's up with October 7th right here? What you got going on? What's the significance of that? Why do you see that as an important time period? I mean, 107. October 7th hits. That's the day my son's mom died. That's the day I got out of prison. Master Chief gives you 107. That's 107, right? So, it's very important to me in my life. But what's up with that of last year? It's showing last year's date, but this year's price action. You see what I'm saying? That's why I'm asking. He said it's gonna be like this, way shittier, like proper shit up. Silly. Military 107, yeah, they show you the Spartan, the Pioneer, John, the transhumanist, the machine merging with the clay. Like, that's all Halo is man, showing you the future, real right. But yeah, it's all military. It's making that perfect soldier. Yeah. That obedient one. Basically, the exact antithesis of what we teach here, mindset-wise. Like Spider-Man 3000 shithole levels. But yeah, I was still wondering what. Okay. February 7th, major low. October 5th, 2027. Only truth survives the day. What do you see? What do you see in there, Adel? Strength is in noise. Strength is because you've totally skipped October of this year in these charts. October 25th, 2025. October 5th, 2026. The day they happen, bro, each of those things. Okay. Yeah, like February 7th lows. Oh, well, it was the 7th for you, wasn't it? Back in February when we got lows. Yes, it was. Okay. Okay, you're a day ahead. So we were getting it on the 5th and the 6th. The 77 cent XRP. Breaks me. Yeah, I'm gonna be buying if we get it, dude. And it's gonna. Don't quote me on that, because I can't say I've done the Uranus and retrograde thesis on XRP yet, because I haven't. But I think it would come post a September. Wake me up when September ends. Autumn equinox lows, last of the lows. If we were to see that be a lower low than 60K this year. If September's not a straight shot to the fucking moon and back into October, then it's going to be a dip into lows below the 60K region where we are at. And it's only going to confirm what we stated last June and July when we released our Uranus and retrograde find and thesis with you all. And like we said earlier, we shared it again earlier. So we're just 50 days away from the 1-year anniversary of Charlie Kirk getting assassinated, from the start of Uranus retrograde, and potentially watching history and marking history again with this thesis. So, as of now, I think the best thing we can do is capitalize off of 60K lows and a rally into the automatic August 8th Lionsgate heliacal rising type of energy into August 11th and the 223 day of the year, the 223rd day of the year, that August 11th time period, that 8/11 Harp's birthday, where we can then see, some potential volatility in the charts. So yeah, I'm actually very bullish on the beginning of August, and I'll share why. Again, if we were to pull up that Uranus in retrograde time period and thesis, we can share right back here. Last year, we shared that heliacal rising Lionsgate portal type of energy. And then we broke down in videos last year several years worth of August time periods where you had that high volatility right there into that first week of August, into that 11th, that 223rd day of the year, that Nixon, what we now call the Trump shock, right? And so I'm very bullish on this time period. I know everybody's like, Mercury Station and Direct, shut up, pin. It's all over Twitter. You can go look. Like, they're doing crazy thumbnails and stuff, But I'm just big on this and going against the crowd. Like, coming out of lows of 2024, we did a podcast with Waters Above Crypto, you guys. We talked about this 7-year cycle. He gave us Saturday live Christine Lagarde's 7 video shout outs. But anyway, we've been talking about this 2029 7-year rally we've been on since 2020. Even with that, man, talking about a 47K before electing president number 47. It came in that first week of August, right? Barack Obama's birthday. Imagine that, right? And boom. Okay, August 8th, it's just that thing, man, at Lionsgate portal. So here we go again, a few years back, August starts out rough, yep, but boom. So, the Deacons, you're right. Roy Moore's right. They are rough at the beginning of August, but they flip, dude. All right, here you go. Beginning of August, start off rough Deacons, man. Bam! Banger. I mean, it's just like repetitive, like every fucking year. I don't understand it. Here we are at the end of July, that end of Cancer, and that energy is finally out of the market, coach. And then we hit August, and it's rough at the beginning, and bam, banger into the 8th. You know what I'm saying? August 3rd, rough, bam. I mean, every year. You can just go back and look at it. That August time period is something amazing. Where we at over here? Right here. July. Carcinogenic moment over. We enter Leo. Bam! I don't know bear market, I don't know bull market that it changes. You know what I'm saying? I just, crazy. That this could be the year. Rejection from $66,666.66. Mm. 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 You know? But this could be, this could be that rough part before, but, maybe it gets a little rougher back to 60K again, like we talked about. So I don't know if y'all like that August automatic rally type of racer starter automobiles, right? But it's kind of like what August has always brought to my attention. Even if it's not the whole month of August that's bullish, but that first week though, I mean, it can be something. And I think it's what we can be needing right here as we head through that full buck moon in a few days. Are we going to be pumping into that full buck moon where we're just bucking the fucking system? Full moon's supposed to be bearish. I thought, we're going to reverse that, buck that system, and then maybe sell off into a low after the full moon. Maybe we trade sideways for 5 more days, or pump for the next 2 and then sell off into a low into the 29th. I don't care. We're just watching that full buck moon right here. The buck moon is special, you guys. It's ending your midsummer lows. Alright, what it is you're inching forward. Again, we talked about it in June. June is the 6th month. It's the halfway point of the year of the 12-month calendar that they give us. We know there's 13. Ophiuchus, yeah, we know that. So now we're in July, the end of July. Now we're in the 8th month. You see what I'm saying? Like, we're just inching and slowly crawling before we can walk to the finish line. Okay? That's all we're doing. So, but this full buck moon is special. It's, again, like I talked about, it's summertime. The temperatures in the realm on Earth, they start to heat up. People, their temperatures start to heat up. God forbid. You guys, I got upset today. I might not be able to do this no more. I might not be able to do this no more. No, I'm just talking shit. That's, inside joke for anybody that might get it. But anyway, irrelevant. God forbid if you get frustrated and someone looks at you like you can't do your job. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just the audacity. Sitting here with 151 IQ and you're going to look at me like I'm mentally unstable. Fuck out of here, dude. But anyway, let us pray. This is the same old man that's 70 years old that's fucking dealing with dementia and goes absolutely belligerent every fucking day and then tries to project his inner ego on you. Like, I'll behave. I said it. Cat ain't got my tongue. What you gonna do? Beat me up? Alright, again. Where are we at? Back to the chat. Damn, we had a turnout tonight. Philly D15 showed up, and Rico Flores, Batman's tractor, made it for tonight. Probably was working late in the field. I don't blame him. Alright, I gotta get this chat caught up. I think I've heard of Tory trades. I don't know. Maybe it was the two twins, and maybe one of them had a name that was similar to that. I definitely remember watching two female twins that were chart analysts and crypto influencers I forget their names.
Stop asking to be
That's been several years.
What?
I spent years trying to explain every heartbreak, every pain, every scar beneath my skin to people looking from
Yeah, they ain't gonna tell you how many on America though.
Nobody heard what
Cause that number's large.
Nobody saw what I'd been through. So I stopped translating storms into comfortable forms.
A training report showing that left-wing terrorism completed 11 attacks out of 12.
Who listen without making
Jihadism, 9 out of 24.
still unfinished
11, 9. Oh,
floating softly
jihad. Yeah.
understanding needs no
They are telling a story. I definitely see what you're saying now that I read the context of what you're sharing.
learns my heart tonight. Nothing reads between
Italy.
the lines. Nothing asks me to
I hope you don't love them enough to become the robot, Edel.
nothing
Do not be the cyborg. Life to the living, death to the bots. That's my motto. Y'all know that, man. I remember when trading bots were popular in 2023 and 2024, and everybody was asking Coach if I was going to get a trading bot or why didn't I have a trading bot. And I was like, motherfucker, like I am the bot, bro. Like, quit trying to merge me with the machine, you know? Or I talk to people now and they're like, oh, you know, just use ChatGPT and AI, and it's like, are you serious, dude? Like, it's so much simpler. It's like, you want to talk to me about basically making love to a machine? Let us pray. That's all y'all doing out here, using these things is making love to machines. And I don't want to see nobody become the machine. Nebuchadnezzar's dream, man. Warned us about this thousands of years ago. That fallen angel technology taking over. We gotta rally, you guys. We need a break right here, or they're gonna push us down. I think we're doing good, man. RSI's looking nice. Potential reset on the 2 hours. Reset already. Hours looking like it's gonna pump. Let's see. Yeah, everybody's always told me that, and that's what I would do at all, is I would use my thesis. I would put my thesis in it, but I get it. It would help me do a lot too. Yeah, I'm self-taught too, dude, with my crypto. No, I never, never really learned from anybody. I just always watched and just, listened with an open mind. Just tried to stay away from FOMO and fear and FUD and all that, and just basics, man, mathematics. I guess that's why the numerology has always been a big part of my life. But pattern recognition. I love pattern drawing. Like, that's how I first learned to trade, was learning all the candlestick dojis and the head and shoulders and the cup and handles and falling wedges and same things we use on a basic level now, and just because I never wanted to lose it and not incorporate it in my journey into my work, right? I try to remember the basics and the simple things. I know it gets hectic at times. My work, I know. But that's where I started, was just simply, just watching people and then learning drawing on a chart, doing it myself.
Nothing ties me to the past. No moment ever lasts when you let it all unwind. Nothing frees your mind.
Yeah, I can definitely agree. I don't know about debt bonds. I do believe we're about to see something happen with the world's debt. America alone, and pushing. We just broke 39.5 trillion in debt. We're about to hit the first ever $40 trillion milestone in debt. And that's a big number, that 40. In case you guys didn't know. And so, yeah, I don't know about debt bonds, but I could definitely see like the bond markets and these other yields and things like that you're talking about, using the numerology on those. Finding out the origin of those markets, when they were created, and the story behind them, etc., the exotericism. But yeah, I totally agree. I don't have the time to do that. You know that. I would love to. I would love to be sitting in front of a fucking computer all day with you guys. Dreams, man. You can wish for the world. I do every day. Dang. I went to take a breath in my nose and I coughed. I can try, man. I can't promise, but I can try. If I see any upcoming robotics and AI companies that are good. It's always esotericism, like symbolism or something for me. Like I don't know. Dang, I'm trying to think of a good example, but. He said I'm good. Oh, okay, plenty. I'm good at the research. Yeah, I mean, you can drop some sometime. I just can't, I can't promise to be of any value and help, but I can try, Stocks are, yeah. Somebody got me an update right here. Oh, Batman's Tractor updated me. He said, have you looked in Bitcoin forking time and what happens? Supposedly it's supposed to fork in August. No, I did not know about this, Batman's Tractor. I'm sorry that I'm just getting this. We had a fork in 2020. Yes, I remember that. A fork in 2017 until 4K in 2015. Bitcoin Gold, Diamond, and then Bitcoin Cash. Well, don't forget Dogecoin. I thought Dogecoin was the first ever fork from Bitcoin and the first ever meme coin. In 2013, I thought. Don't quote me on that, but that from, I remember Bitcoin Gold, I remember Bitcoin Cash, I don't really remember Bitcoin Diamond.
Late night drives and empty talks, walking endless city blocks.
Yeah, and it's for all Bitcoin holders. I did know that. You know what I'm saying?
When the silence pulled me near.
So I would have to look into this new fork. This is the first I am hearing about it on Pioneer Day.
Terrified to be alone, darkness they call home.
But that interests me.
The more I lost, the more I knew. Nothing real was ever new.
Because a fork in 2020 bear market before 2021 bull market. 2017 end of a bull market, or the top was in 2018. No, December 18th, 2017. Yeah, it's December 17th, 2017. It was Saturnalia was the top of the market in 2017. So you had a fork in COVID, a fork at the top of the market in 2017. And 2015 was 2014 bear market leading into 2015. Same thing with 2013. If the Doge thesis is correct, that Doge was a fork from Bitcoin, it came at a low in 2013. So a new fork now. I mean, besides the anomaly in 2017, I mean, apparently pattern recognition could show forks coming at as potential bottoming indicators before the halving coming up. I don't know. This is mad scientists behind the scenes, of course, thinking out loud. I just had to go back and read your dates right there. I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to look into that. What is this? Like, I would love to do this, to be honest, one day, hopefully. I do enjoy that. Life. That's life. Be able to go outside and, I don't know, pick some nice basil from a meal or something, you know? I'll be happy. Goals, man, goals. Aquaponics, yeah. Weed, fish, food, yeah, heaven. Biodegradable farming basically is, what I was thinking if I become rich and famous one day, but yeah. Yeah, I've seen people in China that do chicken houses over water instead of like how we do here in dirt in America. They, just grow the chickens over wire mesh netting, and their houses are built on stilts and water. Like, I think it's pretty unique. So yeah, growing poultry over water nourishes the fish in the water. It's earth returning to earth. It's never ending story. Yeah. Very unique, man. Well, it's much hurry up and wait till we see if we lose 63K or if we break these 223, 322 EMAs we're toying with right here. You guys, I was hoping it'd be a little bit more exciting price action for us before we got off here tonight, but it's just that 64K we're testing to reset this 2-hour RSI before we potentially see 66, 68K, 69K. Those are the next target ranges. Again, your first target was already hit. If you didn't take profits off the table and you're in the trade, I'm sorry. We're giving you another setup right now at 64K potentially to target 68K, 69K, maybe even higher. Trade setup still valid until we start losing 62,200, 61,800. Then we can start to, potentially short the market back to 60K, potentially lower, if we were to see it. it better happen now.
Not in body, but in mind.
Because come August,
We're the strongest
it could happen those first 3 days.
the sign.
That first few days. But I think come August 8th, we could see that potential historical reversal we were just talking about a moment ago in the charts. And a rally out of whatever lows that come in between now and then. And so what I'm saying is, what if we were to complete this next fifth wave, maybe even get all the way up here to 71,700 before the 29th? So if we were to rally into the 29th, we have targets of 68, 69, 71, 70K, and 74K that we can de-risk at. Because then if we were to potentially see a rollover after the 29th full buck moon into that first few days of August before Lionsgate portal energy comes in, that's kind of what I'm saying. Okay? That's what history has shown.
Stays mine.
Alright, hour and 6 minutes, you guys. How about that? Hour and 7 minutes. I think we're going to end it here. I appreciate you guys for coming out. Mushrooms? Psychedelics? Oh, I'm sorry. You meant the vegetable. My bad. The fungus? I'll behave. I play too much. But yeah. Yeah, I like mushrooms now. Golden school, yellow school teachers. What? Huh? Anyway.
No forgiveness that I see.
I love you guys. Thank y'all for spending your Friday night with me. It meant the world. We'll see you tomorrow. I'm off all day. I'll be doing laundry, cleaning the house, hanging out with my son, the cats and dogs. I might try and sleep some. You know what I'm saying? Like, where the fuck they do that at? But yeah, I really can't afford it, but they said there was no work, so there's no work. But yeah, we'll see y'all tomorrow. We'll be here. Hit me up if you need me. I might be sleeping, like I said, or busy doing laundry. But I love y'all. I'll see y'all Tuesday night. Next week hopefully will be a slower week than these last 2 weeks have been. Maybe I won't come in the floor and pass the fuck out. But we knew last week was gonna be rough. This week was gonna be rough. This week was rough. We made it. So we'll see y'all Tuesday and Friday of next week. Tuesday is important. Alright. It's 28th. It's right before that full buck moon on the 29th that we were just speaking about. So until then, my friends, much love.